After a dominating performance for both of these teams last night, we are expecting a high-scoring affair here at Greenwood High School for the 52nd annual Perry County Girls Basketball Championship game, as we'll see the hometown Greenwood Wildcats. We're going to win back-to-back Perry County Championships for the first time since 1995 and 1996. And they are taking on the Susquenita Blackhawks, who are looking for their first Prairie County Championship since playing back-to-back back in 2019 and 2020. Well, Susquenita is 1-1 to start the year. A tough loss to Camp Hill to start the season, and Greenwood is 1-0 after a big win against West Perry last night, 46-39. The Perry County Athletic Directors would like to extend their sincere appreciation to the Newport Owls Club for sponsoring all Perry County tournaments and for their gracious financial support. The Owls' generosity plays a vital role in the success of our Perry County tournaments and scholarships provided to our student athletes from Newport, Susquehanna, West Perry, and Greenwood. Here are starting lineups.
At another guard position, she's a senior, number 11, Braylon Prince. At the third guard position, senior, number 13, King Brett. At forward, senior, number 25, Lena Beckenball. And at center, she is a senior, number 15, Zoe Wilmer. The Lady Hawks are coached by Blaine Leonard. He is assisted by Mark Butcher, Steve Collins, and Kevin Wilson. And now, the starting lineup for your Greenwood Wildcats. At one guard position, she is junior, number 1, Sylvia Gant. At another guard position, junior, number 20, Georgine Rickard. At the first guard position, she's a senior, number 4, Danica Zarenko. And another forward, she's a junior, number 25, Gabby Gant. At a third forward position, also junior, number 15, Maddie Weller. The Greenwood Wildcats are coached by Jeff Deeds. He is assisted by T.J. Weller and Leanne Murray. This time, ladies and gentlemen, would you please all rise, kindly remove your hats, as we honor our country with the singing of our Star-Spangled Banner. Doing the honors tonight, performing Greenwood Juniors, Lucy Black, and Quinlan McAllister.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the
Absolutely fantastic performance
Greenwood High School
from the to Greenwood students for our national anthem, and that is how you get a Perry County Championship game started. The atmosphere is electric. We got a bunch of Greenwood fans heading their home court here tonight, looking for back-to-back Perry County Championships. Meanwhile, for Susquenita, is it safe to say that this is probably the best athletic year so far in Susquenita School District history? Because he had Susquenita Field Hockey earlier winning the Perry County Field Hockey Championship, and then they're winning the state championship for the first time in program history. And just about a month ago, Susquenita cheerleading squad won the Perry County Championship for back-to-back seasons. And earlier today, the Susquenita Blackhawk cheerleading squad won the District 3 Championship, earning a spot in the state championship event coming up later. So now you got all that, and you have the Susquenita Blackhawks with a simple message. When it comes to championships, it is earned, not given. That is what is said on the back of the warm-up shirts for Susquenita. And for Greenwood, the message is also fairly simple. Embrace the moment. And everybody here is anxious for it. A big crowd here of loud West Prairie and Newport fans sticking around as Greenwood is in the white, Susquenita is in the black. You heard the starting lineups from our dress announcer here. And here we go. The 52nd annual Perry County Championship girls basketball game is underway. With Susquenita getting the tip-off, and ball goes out of bounds on a quick shot. And Susquenita will maintain possession just 5 seconds in. All right, we're expecting a high-scoring offense for both of these teams. Susquenita getting a lopsided semifinal win yesterday against Greenwood, 64-16. And then the Greenwood Wildcats in a much better semifinal matchup and a rematch of last year's championship game. The Greenwood Wildcats getting a narrow 46-39 victory over the West Prairie Lady Mustangs. So here we go with Susquenita. Susquenita good passing here, dishing out back and forth for the Lady Hawks. Susquenita has 2 Perry County championships already this year in different events, and that's a good start for Brandon Prince. Brandon Prince is a part of that field hockey team that won the Perry County and state championship this past fall. And now Greenwood Wildcats looking to get something going, and the first foul of the game is going to be on Susquenita. That is going to be on Zoe Roachmer. The Greenwood Wildcats are coached by Jeff Dietz. He is assisted by T.J. Weller and Leanne Morgan. And working on for Susquenita is the head coach Blaine Leonard. And good defensive stop, getting the ball away from Danica Sarenko. It's a jump ball, however. So the Lady Wildcats will maintain possession on the possession arrow. Thank you so much for tuning in on the Prairie County Talk Sports Zone Facebook page, as well as our PeCo Sports Talk YouTube channel. I am Alex Walt, the Golden Pipes of Prairie County basketball. And the pass did not go down in time, and the Lady Hawks will get a turnover. There's actually a personal foul on Sophia Gant. Sophia Gant call on the foul before the inbound pass. And now for Brandon Prince. Prince lost it. And that ball will go out of bounds. Sophia Gant was under heavy pressure trying to find Georgine Rickard. Georgine Rickard had the big game yesterday against West Perry. Georgine Rickard had 17 points. Also, Sophia Gant with an impressive performance against West Perry with 15 points. Lady Hawks up 2-zip early. And a shooting foul commences. Nice shot for Caden Brandt. Caden Brandt also part of that state championship field hockey team. Caden Brandt, just like her sister Addie Brandt. Addie Brandt for West Perry 2 years ago won a state championship in field hockey. So Caden Brandt going to the line shooting 2. Second foul already on Sophia Gant. Too strong for Caden Brand on the first free throw. The war zone. Making noise, trying to disrupt Caden Brand's rhythm. And she buries the first. She buries the second. 3-0 lead now for the Lady Hawks. Here's Sarenko. Going out for Maddie Wello. Out of that, dishes it over to Chorchi Ricker. Ricker tried to do anything herself. She lost under double coverage. Taken away by Sawyer Ruffmer. All batted down. Goes out of bounds. And Hawks will have it. Only two seniors for Greenwood Wildcats this season. Cam Walton and Danica Sarenko. Two seniors for Greenwood girls basketball. Here's Cam Brand. Brand with a floater. She banks it in for two.
Layup's good. Caden Brand.
Cam Brand with an easy layup. And everything not going well for Greenwood, but ball goes out of bounds. Last touch for number 11, Brandon Prince, and with that, Greenwood is going to call a timeout. A 5-0 run early for Susquenita. Remember, yesterday for Susquenita against Newport, Susquenita opened the game with a 13-0 run. Here they're up by 5 early on. In our 52nd annual Prairie County Championship game. I'm tired. This Susquenita Athletic Department under the athletic director, Scott Markowitz. And you see him here along with the Greenwood athletic director, of course, Matt Bingelman.
Out of the timeout, Greenwood basketball.
And it's just an incredible year so far for Susquenita Athletics. And that pass stripped away by Lexi Moore, who just came in after a timeout. A strong shot, rebounded by the Lady Hawks, Lena Beckenball. Here's Caden Brandt. And Brandt lobbing it to Brandon Prince, and Prince walks before the shot.
Greenwood basketball.
All right, 2 fouls for Greenwood. Both for Sophia Gale, one for Susquenita. That's on Sully Ruffmer. Ball goes out of bounds in front of the Greenwood bench. Pass almost intercepted by Sully Ruffmer. Ball does go out of bounds, however. We do notice that Gabby Gann, her upper forearm, her right arm, is heavily wrapped up. She suffered a little bit of a strain yesterday, but she is good to go here today. It's a little bit of a, not strain, I should say, but yeah, she got her wrapped up a little bit here today, but she is good to go.
She's replacing Lexi Moore.
So I go back in for the Wildcats. Here's Brandt. Brandt is trying to dish it over to Claire Wexler. Wexler lost it. Here's Sarenko. Sarenko dishes over to Jaden Brocious. And back over. And Sarenko thought about shooting free. Instead, she tries to drive it forward.
Out of bounds. Remains with the Wildcats.
Ball goes out of bounds. Greenwood will have possession. Almost halfway through the first quarter already. Greenwood looking to get on the scoreboard. Greenwood with a drive far down the baseline. And now it will get deflected, and the Lady Hawks trying to get it back with Brandon Prince, and Prince is called on the walk. She slid just a little too forward. They are expecting the highest scoring game. You're expecting a lot of forward momentum for both these teams, and we're seeing that already just 3 minutes and 32 seconds into this game. Coming in for Susquenita Here's number 4, Riley Eckersons. And now strip and a hard fall. And oh my God, I think Greenwood had the harder fall there. And yeah, there was a huge scrum there. And oh man, it looked like it was Caden Brand for Susquenita and the Greenwood player. I can't see the number from up here, but we can see from up here that the Greenwood player landed hard on the back of her head and obviously in pain here, so we're going to have a timeout here. We figured this would be a physical game, but this is stuff that you never want to see with 4:22 to go in the first quarter. A little bit shaking up. We now see it's number 15 for Greenwood. That's Maddie Weller. Greenwood Athletic Director Matt Behrman coming out to take a look. That's something you don't see very often in any sport when you have an injured player for a team and the athletic director comes out to take a look to check on the player. That is what Matt Bingaman does. He is just a very nice guy. And concerned for the players, and Maya Weller back up on her feet and walks off on her own power. She's got to be shaken up a little bit, and she might be taking a look at a potential concussion. So we'll keep you updated on Maddie Weller if anything happens. So here we go, and Greenwood all sorts defensively, shy offensive rebound. And a high lobbing pass, and out of bounds. Nobody there for the Hawks. Greenwood will have it. Pass, trying to get it down front. Intercepted by Prince. Playing a Beckenball, corner free, makes it. Lena Beckenbauer keeps the run going, and ball is tipped, goes out of bounds. Last touch by Riley Eckersons. Again coming back in for the Lady Wildcats. Eight nothing runs. We're over halfway through the first quarter. This Susquenita team pulling up all the shots. And the defensive stops as well, and a quick travel called on the Hawks, specifically Riley Eckersons. Riley Eckersons did start yesterday against Newport, not getting a start here today. But she has been doing well. And now Sophia again with a shot, but a walk is called. Travel called on Sophia again despite the ball going in. And the shutout keeps on rolling for Susquenita. They started the game yesterday on a 13-0 run. Here they're up by 8 early on. And 3-point shot. It looked like it might have been tipped there by Brocious. And Wildcats will have it. Going now for Gabby Gant. And this is over to Danica Sorenko. Sorenko over to Sophia Gant. Sophia to Gabby. Gabby back to Sophia Gant. And trying to get past down the middle, and a double dribble very quickly called on Caden Brandt.
Substitutions re-entering the game for the Lady
See,
Hawks.
keeping an eye on Greenwood player Maddie Weller. She is under concussion protocol, and trainer just making sure she is good and ready to go. Still being checked out on the Greenwood bench. Hopefully she can come back out here later. Here comes a free-point shot to end the round. Off the glass and banks in for Gabby Gant. And that is how the Greenwood Wildcats will get on the board. 8-3 now. They are very quickly approaching the end of the first quarter. The Hawks do to get it back. And that ball is tipped, and no.
Word violation.
Kyla
Greenwood
Fleischer
basketball.
had touched the ball before it went across the center court. That's a backcourt violation. See, this is one of the beautiful things about Perry County Athletics, when you only have two teams going for a championship, but the Perry County community is so put together. It's absolutely awesome that we see fans and all the teams from every school district here today witnessing this Perry County championship. Here we go with the shot, and the shot is off the mark.
Jump ball.
Offensive rebound, jump ball call. Coaching record gets the call. It will stay with the Cats. And the pass, I handled well by Rickard, and the shot wasn't there either. It's taken away by Caden Brandt. And dishes it out to Brandon Prince. Brandon Prince shot is off. And stepping out of bounds is Prince, trying to dish it back in bounds. And Greenwood will have it, down by 5. There's Sophia Gant. Nice job for Gant to keep one foot down to prevent the travel. There's Gabby Gant. Over to Sorenko. Sorenko with a hard shot. And a block called on Susquenita. And going to the line, shooting 2 is Danica Sorenko.
Personal foul called on Susquenita number 4, Riley.
Riley
Her
Eckersitz
first, team second.
called on her first personal foul. Fairly clean
Going to the line
first
to shoot
quarter.
here, Danica
2
Sorenko.
fouls for both teams in the first quarter. Danica Sorenko, the first Wildcat, go to the line. Her first free throw is short. Both these teams with good seasons a year ago. Now going head to head. Second free throw also short for Sorenko. Off the mark. The Rockets get the ball back right away, however. And shot for Gant. Off the mark. Rebounded by Brandt. And with a high pass, trying to get the tall player in Sully Weltmer. Sully Weltmer, the tallest player on the Susquenita team. Ain't that tall. Coming in now for the Wildcats is Cam Walton. And back in for Susquenita is Lena Beckenball. 1 minute to go here in our first quarter of our championship game. There's Renko. It's just across the floor to lay up to Gabby Gant. Gabby Gant with a three-pointer. It's off the mark. Good pressure here for Kyla Fleischer. Nice pass in the middle. And Brandt gets it back out. And Beckenball after a dish from Brandt, and Leah Beckenball gets it for 2. A lot of Susquenita fans here at Greenwood tonight. Back to a 7-point lead for the Hawks. And a strong pass, too strong, not handled well by Georgie Rickard. And the Hawks will have 13.4 seconds to increase their lead heading into the second.
Number 3, Lexi Moore.
Lexi Moore now coming in for the Wildcats. Pass tipped. Taken away by Sophia again. And again with a long shot. And off the rim, a little closer than all these fans expected. But that takes us to the end of the first quarter. Susquenita up 10-3 after 1. You're watching the 52nd annual Perry County Girls Basketball Championship game. Susquenita versus Greenwood, exclusively on Facebook and on YouTube. We'll be back for the second quarter here at Greenwood High School. Back here for the start of the
Susquenita
fourth
basketball
quarter,
to start
or
the
excuse
quarter.
second quarter. Second quarter, excuse me. I'm getting load way too ahead of myself here. Sorry, fans. Like, wait, what? Sorry, no, second quarter. Anyway, it is a pretty good first quarter for the Susquenita Laya Hawks. They have back and ball with 5 points. Cam Bray with 3. Brandon Prince with 2 points. And scoring all 3 points for Greenwood on a three-pointer was Gabby Gant in the first quarter. So here we go with the Lay Blackhawks. Getting the ball first in the second quarter. And now to Claire Wexler. Wexler hasn't done a whole lot in the first quarter. And there's a foul called on Susquenita. An offensive foul.
Her first, team's first of the second quarter.
It's on Katie Amy, who came in for the first time here in the second quarter. And about pass out to Sophia Gant. Offensive struggle so far in this game for Greenwood, and they continue here a backwards pass. Dorothy Raker, that's the second time she wasn't expecting a pass to her. And Susquenita will take over on the turnover. There's Brandon Prince. Over to Beckenball. Dishes it out to Katie Amy. Katie Amy under pressure. Amy back to Brandt. Katie Amy. Brandt. Or to Brandon Prince. And Prince traveled.
Greenwood basketball.
Inbound pass. And tries to keep it in. There was Katie Amy. Well, stay with Greenwood. Do the inbound pass again. A low dribble. Handled by Sophia Gant. And once again, there's something about passing here that some of these Greenwood players are not expecting. The pass was intended for Lexi Moore. And nothing more happening after that for the Wildcats. Here comes the Hawks. Lena Beckenball. This is out to Amy. Amy up front for Cam Brand. Brand, a beautiful pass to Beckenball.
It's Lena Beckenball for 2.
Beckenball already with 7 points. And a low pass, and it's off the foot of Sophia Gant, out of bounds. What is going on with the Greenwood Wildcats? The passes are down low. They're being passed behind the back of players. And now a turnover very quickly. Susquenita up by 9, trying to make a double-digit lead. There's 3-point shot for Claire Wexler off the glass, off the mark. It's a jump ball. And it'll go back to Greenwood. Going now for Wickard. Wickard had a big game against West Perry yesterday. And here she was looking for a pass, gets deflected. Claire Wexler with a breakaway and a massive block for Gabby Gant.
Last touch, Greenwood, Susquenita basketball.
Stay with Susquenita. Coming back in for the Lady Hawks is Zoe Weltmer. She's coming in for Katie Amy. Inbound pass. I think it's going to be a little bit higher on that one, but no foul. And a floater for Gant off the mark. And back and forth we go as the Real Wildcats get another takeaway. Georgie Rickard dishes it out to Gabby Gant. Gant clears it over to Daniel Sorenko. Excuse me, that's Lexi Moore. Here's the shot. Short, offensive rebound. Another shot might have been tipped, and it was. Goes out of bounds. Greenwood will have it. The war zone piled up here at Greenwood High School. That's the name of their student section. I love it. The war zone. So far, they haven't had much to cheer about. Only 3 points for Greenwood. Coming off a 3-pointer from Gabby Gant back in the first after an 8-0 run. There's a 3-point shot. And that is off for Gabby Gant this time. Rebound by Caden Brandt. Here's the ball over to Weltmer. Weltmer under pressure. Finds Brandt. And there's a shot for Brian Prince from the corner. Off the mark. And cleared by Gabby Gant. So Susquenita fans are looking for a travel. Not getting called here. Another hard pass. Over to Lexi Moore. Lexi Moore, backwards pass. Here's Sorenko. Good defensive pressure for the Lady Hawks. And there's going to be a foul. There's a foul on Sawyer Butler. That's her second.
Personal foul called on Susquenita, number 15. So her second, team's second in the quarter.
A few substitutions coming for the Lady, for both teams. And good news for Greenwood fans. Maddie Rudder is back in. So she is cleared and good to go. Kara Jones is in for Susquenita. Over here is Sophia Gant. Gant with a shot off the glass. And offensive rebound, and second shot also missed. Shooting has not been good for the Lady Wildcats here so far in this one. Only 1 3-pointer. And so here's a high shot, nowhere close. Offensive rebound, however, for Prince. Prince trying to dish it back, and it's taken away by Gabby Gant. Here's Sophia Gant. The Gant sisters doing well passing them together, but shooting-wise, not so much. You see, they can get that going. You see, Jaden Brocious also out there for the Wildcats. Here is Brocious. Brocious, and nice dish down the middle, and Georgine Rickard finally gets on the board. Still work to do. Lady Hawks up by 7. Georgine Rickard have the biggest scoring night yesterday against West Perry. There she gets her first 2 points in the second quarter. And we thought there was going to be a takeaway or a foul, but instead, Susquenita's Blaine Leonard wisely calling a 30-second timeout. It went final a little bit earlier. Congratulations to the Georgia Bulldogs, the SEC champions, clinching their spot in a first-round bye, most likely in the college football playoff. They defeated Alabama 28-7. If you ever thought of becoming a PIAA official, you ever thought of becoming a referee for basketball, now is your opportunity. Go to PIAA.org to find out how you can become a PIAA official. Again, that's PIAA.org.
Winner in the game for the Lady Hawks, number 13, Caden Brandt.
Caden Brandt is back in for Susquenita. Substitutions for the Greenwood Wildcats. So here we go. We are halfway through the second quarter in our championship game. Here's Caden Brandt. Brandt thought about shooting free. Instead, she'll drive it up, pass the line, and she stepped down. We have seen that a couple of times yesterday for both of these teams in the semifinals when they try to drive it up the baseline by stepping out of bounds. Not by much, however, but just a toe will do it. On a turnover, and a legal block is called. Pressure, who's it on? I think it's on Greenwood. Yes, it is. It is on Georgine Rickard. Substitution coming for the Lady Blackhawks. Graham Prince and Kyle Fleischer are back in. shot is blocked by Fleischer. Getting it back our Lady Hawks. It's back in ball. Back over to Prince. Here's Prince now. Over to Brandt. Then goes out to Claire Wexler. As we try to get something going here. Long two-point shot for Prince. Overshot it. Hard shot and Georgie Ricker. Look out, ladies and gentlemen. Georgie Ricker, we saw this yesterday against West Perry. When Georgie Ricker gets tough shots like that and she starts baking them in, she gets hot. And so you got to be careful when Georgie Ricker gets those kind of shots. Sometimes they're going to go in and she starts rolling. So here we go. With the takeaway from Danica Sarenko. Cam Brandt trying to get it back. She dishes it out over to Maddie Weller. 2 minutes to go before halftime. Susquenita up by 5. Their largest lead of the game was 9 points. Greenwood trying to get it back. And there's a takeaway and
Last touch, Lady Hawks.
almost taken away by Cam Brand. Cam Brand on our fan. Actually got whacked in the face there a little bit by Danica Sarenko. It's not. And Greenwood fans, it should be Greenwood ball. And yeah, that's just almost got that mixed up. Nice passing, Rosen for Jaden Brocious, her first 2 points today. Wildcats make this a one-shot game.
Last touch, Greenwood remains Lady Hawk basketball.
And Brocious didn't score at all against the Lady Mustangs yesterday. Here she gets 2. Makes it a one-shot game. And nice shot and a block. Leah Beckenbauer denied, but a foul is called on Maddie Weller. That's tough. That looked to be a good block. But instead, Lena Beckenbauer is going to the line shooting 2. Ball. Strong on the first.
Number 12, Katie Amy. Also
Katie Amy back in for Susquenita as well as Riley Equisets. One trying sound to go before halftime. Beckenbauer, second free throw. Also no good. And a whistle. And Beckenbauer's got to have a second shot at this. Greenwood player moved just a bit forward. Second free throw, good on the second chance. Yeah, passing here, Georgie Ricker with a shot, trying to find the corner. Misses. Good defense for Wildcats. There's a shove. Susquenita fans saying that should be a foul, and there's not going to get that. Okay, and now a jump ball. Be careful. Jump ball. Greenwood will have it. What a game. This is only the first half. We got 1 minute remaining in that first half. There we go. Susquenita up by 4. A low-scoring matchup here in our championship. And a block offensive foul. All against the Lady Hawks. Called on Katie Amy. That's her second. And now Greenwood with a chance to make this a one-shot game once again. Down by 4. Here's Sarenko. Sarenko dishes it out to Maddie Weller. Weller down front for Ricker. Ricker goes around and she gets it. Yep, that was Maddie Weller with the assist, but Georgie Ricker with the finish. That's Ricker with 6 points in the second quarter alone. And now Greenwood with the takeaway. They have a chance to tie it. And ball's right down. Georgie Ricker, she is getting high on the score. Shot short, however, gets her own rebound. And there's the herself. Take a sprinkle, a high shot off the top of the backboard, and that will take us to the end of the first half. We have a game here in our 52nd annual championship game.
Susquenita 13.
And it looks like, hold on a minute. It looks like Maddie Weller, she had the shot there in the last second, and she looks to be shaken up again right at center court. Losing her balance there a little bit. Hopefully she is okay, but we have reached halftime here in our Perry County Championship game. The Susquenita Blackhawks up by 2, 13-11 in a low-scoring matchup. You are watching the 52nd annual Perry County Girls Basketball Championship game. Greenwood versus Susquenita exclusively on the Perry County Talk Sports Facebook page and on the Perry County Sports Talk YouTube channel. We'll be back for the halftime report in just a couple of minutes. We are back here for the Perry County Talk Sports Zone halftime report. As you can see on the bottom of your screen, the Susquenita Blackhawks are up for 13-11 late at the half. A really physical matchup, good defensive game, a lot of turnovers, a lot of fouls, but it's really this championship game is living up to the hype. Like, you got two teams here who had a pretty successful season last year, especially for the Greenwood Wildcats. Winning the Perry County Championship last year for the first time since 2010. They had another deep run in the state playoffs. In 1A, they had a third place finish in the District 3 tournament last year, and then moving on all the way to the PeCo state quarterfinals last year, where they lost to Linfield Hill Christian in a tough matchup with two District 3 teams. But the year before, 2 years ago, Greenwood made it to the state championship semifinals, which was the first time that any girls basketball team in Perry County made it that far in the state tournament, which was amazing to see despite a tough loss in those semifinals. But here you got Susquenita with 13 wins a year ago. They went 13-10 last year, and a really good game here going on. They had a 5-0 run, or excuse me, an 8-0 run early on before Greenwood scored, and now it's a 2-point game here at halftime. Here's the first half scoring stats for both teams. First for the Greenwood Wildcats, 2 points for Jane Brocious, 3 points for Gabby Gann. That was the first 3 points of the game for Greenwood on a 3-pointer. And Georgine Rickard with 6 points in the first half, all in the second quarter. Georgine Rickard had the big game against West Perry yesterday with 17 points. Sophia again had 15 points in that game against West Perry in the semifinals last night, but so far she is scoreless in this championship game. But Georgie Ricker, we were talking about it. If she gets hot with the shooting game, she stays hot, and it's incredible. It'll be interesting to see how Georgie Ricker responds, how she keeps going as we approach the second half. For scoring stats for Susquenita, 2 points for Brennan Prince, 3 points for Caden Brandt, and leading away for Susquenita's Lena Beckenball with 8 points. Earlier today for Susquenita's cheerleading squad, congratulations to Susquenita Cheerleading for winning the District 3 championship in the AA small school classifications, and Susquenita will be heading over to the state championships. Newport is also going to be there. Newport had a 4th place finish in that same category. So congratulations to those two. We'll see them in the state playoffs. And ready for Susquenita, this has been an amazing year when it comes to winning championships and doing well with all their teams. It all started with Susquenita Field Hockey winning the Perry County Championship to start the sports season this year. And then, of course, we all know what happened for Susquenita at the end of the season. Sure, a tough way to finish for the district championship, finishing in 3rd place in those district 3 championships. But man, did they regroup. Who says you have to be a district champion to win a state championship? And that's exactly what Susquenita did this past fall, getting a state championship for the first time in program history. It is also the first time that any team from Susquenita has won a state championship in a team sport. Yes, Susquenita has had a couple of state championships individually in wrestling, but never for an actual team sport until this past fall. So congratulations to them. Susquenita, of course, winning the Perry County Championship in cheerleading this past fall, and now earlier today, Susquenita Blackhawks cheerleading squad winning the District 3 Championship. Congratulations to them, and congratulations ready to Susquenita School District. Have an incredible game. Half late here as we approach the second half in our Perry County Championship in girls basketball. Our next Perry County Championship event after today will be on Monday, December 29th, for the first of 2 days at Susquenita High School for the Perry County Boys Basketball Championship game, where we will see the same 2 semifinals that we saw here yesterday at Susquenita on Monday and Tuesday, December 29th and 30th. It all starts at Susquenita on that Monday night with Greenwood versus West Perry at 6, and then Newport versus Susquenita at 7:30. Same times apply for December 30th on that Tuesday. Kind of a weird 2 days to have it, but hey, but you have New Year's Eve on Thursday and Christmas also on Thursday. Why not? Let's hit the court on a Monday and Tuesday night. The last Monday and Tuesday of 2025. That's our next Perry County tournament event at the high school level. We cannot wait for that. Congratulations again to Scott Markowitz, the athletic director at Susquenita, and all the teams that have been doing so well for Susquenita. But right now, Greenwood is looking for another Perry County Championship. If Greenwood manages to win this one, they'll accomplish 2 things. One, they'll win back-to-back Perry County Championships for the first time since doing so in 1995 and 1996. It will also be the 3rd time that Greenwood has done that in the history of this tournament. They have also won back-to-back championships 3 years in a row, in fact, from 1979, 1980, and 1981. And also, Greenwood wins this, they will be tied with Susquenita with 12 Perry County championships in the history of this tournament. West Perry leads this tournament's history with most championships. West Perry currently with 23 Perry County championships. And that's going to wrap up our halftime report here at Greenwood High School. We'll take you back here in less than 2 minutes for the start of the second half. Susquenita is up 13-11 against Greenwood Wildcats heading into the second half. This is the 52nd annual Perry County Girls Basketball Championship game. Greenwood vs. Susquenita exclusively on the Perry County Talk Sports Zone Facebook page, as well as the Perry County Sports Talk YouTube channel. Brought to you by the Bank of Landsberg and PeCo Yardscapes. We'll be back for the second half.
Number 13, Jake Brink. Number 25.
The Greenwood Wildcat Foundation works to provide funding and support for innovative educational programs not within a Greenwood School District's traditional budget or curriculum. Programs are funded through charitable donations as well as special events and fundraising activities. Donation baskets are available at the concession stands. For more information, contact them at Greenwood Wildcat Foundation at gmail.com or look them up on Facebook. We are back here for the start of the second half. What a game we have here. A physical matchup all around. And a good defensive game for both teams. 13-11, Greenwood down by 2. Gets the ball first, and that has been a problem for the Greenwood Wildcats, passing to an unsuspecting player. And goes behind the back, and Susquenita with an easy takeaway. Once again, thank you so much for tuning in on the Perry County Talk Sports on Facebook page and on YouTube. I am Alex Wall, the Golden Pipes of Perry County basketball. And here we go with the shot, and Mike got tipped and taken away by the Wildcats. Over here now is Sophia Gant. Sophia Gant just over to Georgine Rickard, over to Sorenko. Back to, that's number 25, Gabby Gant. And ball nodded down. Georgie Rickard didn't handle it well. Baron Rexer gets it out, and it will stay with the Cats. Greenwood dishes out to Gabby Gant. Gabby Gant with a high shot, and she gets it up, and she draws a foul. Gabby Gant is going to the line shooting 2.
Personal foul assessed to Susquenita, number 25, Lena Beckenball. That's
First
her
foul
team's
on
first
Lena
of the third
Beckenball.
quarter. Heading to the line for the Wildcats to shoot there, Gabby Gant.
Here is Gabby Gant going to the line for the first time. First one is solid. Bingo good for Gabby Gant. Center free throw, not in. A little bit strong on the shot there for Gabby Gant on the second free throw. And now a 1-point game. And a shot, nowhere close, but a foul commences. And now going to the line for the first time tonight is Claire Wexler.
Her first, team's first of the second half. Of the third quarter. Heading the line to shoot a pair, Claire
First foul of the
Wexler.
game on Danica Sorenko. Claire Wexler shooting 2. Drops in the first. So free throw, strong for Claire Wexler. And it's rebounded, corralled by Gabby Gant. And now we're bad pass on unexpected player. Fortunately, Georgine Rickard able to keep it in. Gabby Gant. That was a second pass. What is going on with the passing game here for the Wildcats? And bounces it over to Georgine Rickard. to Gabby. Gabby Gant over to Sophia Gant. There's Danica Sorenko. Pushing over to Gabby. Good passing around, but better defense for the Hawks defense. There's Sorenko. Sophia Gant. Just about 2 minutes into the third quarter. Greenwood has a chance to tie it or take the lead with the free. Sorenko not going to try to go for a trifecta. Here's Gabby Gant. Very good defensive pressure here, and a shot from the elbow. No good for Sophia Gant. See, that is something we're not going to be able to see in 3 years from now because the PIAA a couple days ago, a shot for Cam Brandt off the mark. But yeah, the PIAA announced a couple days ago that starting in 2028, there will be a shot clock. So Susquenita will not be able to hang on to the ball that long for a couple of years. There's Sophia again. Pass over to Sorenko. Got tipped by Caden Brandt. Sorenko hangs on. A low-scoring game in our championship. Last year, Greenwood defeated the West Platte Mustangs 39-30 in a championship game. And now Greenwood wisely calling a timeout. Full timeout call. 4:43 to go. Not much happening here in the third quarter. Greenwood takes a timeout. We'll take a timeout as well. Back here after the Greenwood timeout.
Out of the timeout, it'll be Greenwood basketball.
The Lady Wildcats get it back. Still down by 2. Not a whole lot of shots here for Greenwood. In fact, they only had 2 here in the first half, in this third quarter. Here's Sophia Gant. There's Danica Sorenko. And not good screen there for Greenwood. Now they let her back in. Here's Sophia Gant. Now Greenwood with a long possession. Greenwood doing well with the passing game as of late. They know they cannot afford with those turnovers. Oh, it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Claire Wexler. Greenwood will hang on already halfway through the third quarter. A very quick third quarter. As both teams only have 1 point in this third quarter. Both on free throws. We have 2 players going to the line shooting 2. Both players go 1 for 1, 1 for 2. At this point with the way it's going, well, hold on, here's a shot and buries it and there ties it up. That's Maddie Weller with her first 2 points of the game. And now we are tied at 2 apiece. First field goal of the third quarter. That's good for Greenwood's Maddie Weller. Greenwood hasn't led in this game so far, and Susquenita takes the lead back. Braylon Prince gets 2. Braylon Prince with 4 points. And now a long pass, 2-on breakaway, and a shot and a foul. Leah Beckenball trying to block it. That's Leah Beckenball's second foul. Shooting foul, and it will send
Wildcats.
Sophia
Shooting
Gant
pair,
to the
Sophia
line.
Gant.
Shooting 2 is Sophia Gant. Too strong for Sophia Gant. It's the first trip to the free throw line for Sophia Gant. She had 15 points in the semifinals yesterday against West Perry. Looking for a first right here. And rolls in and out. Rolls around for Sophia Gant. 0 for 2 from the line. Still a 2-point game for Susquenita. Almost out of bounds. It will stay with the Lady Hawks. You see a few Susquenita players from the field hockey team, not just on the floor, but also up here in the stands. And now a 3-point shot corner for Claire Wexler. Goes off the iron. There's Cam Brand trying to drive herself, and the shot gets blocked by the foul. Cam Brand will head to the line for the second time, shooting 2.
Personal fouls called on Greenwood, number 3, Lexi Moore.
Foul is the first on Lexi Moore.
Second quarter. Heading to the line for the Hawks.
And with the way that this game is going, this could be the lowest scoring championship game in the history of this tournament. And the first free throw is
Shooting one more, Caden Brandt.
It's off the mark for Cam Brandt. Cam Brandt's second free throw, too strong. Still a 2-point game for the Lady Hawks. Now to Maddie Weller. There's Gabby Gant. Alexi Moore. There's Sorenko. And there's Sorenko over to Gabby Gant. Georgine Rickard also out there on the floor for Greenwood. Here is Georgine Rickard. Rickard with a shot. Off the side, no good. But offensive rebound for Gabby Gant. And now a shot blocked by Zoe Wilbur. And the Lady Hawks with 2 minutes to go in the third have momentum. Zoe Wilbur shooting 2. And that is off the mark, just a bit short. Here's Sorenko. Almost a bad pass, but good stuff for the trifecta. And that is off the mark. Offensive rebound, however, for Sorenko. Going for it. Down the middle was Maddie Weller. And Maddie Weller lost it. Ryan Prince has it. Goes over to Kaden Brandt. Brandt with a shot. And the foul doesn't go in, but Kaden Brandt once again will go to the line, shooting 2. Gabby Gant assessed with the foul. That's her first. And hold on here as we see Maddie Weller. Maddie Weller has been getting beat up here today. This is now the 3rd time in this game that she is being checked out by the athletic trainer here at Greenwood. Saw her having a tough after banging her head off the floor, and then she was shaken up at the end of the first half. Now she is shaken up here once again. Here's Kaden Brandt. And buries the first this time. Second free throw for Kaden Brandt. Too strong. Offensive rebound. Susquenita, 3-pointer. Off the mark. Air ball. And now Lambama for a trifecta. That's off the mark as well. And that's over the head. A shove is called. Offensive foul on Claire Wexler.
Personal foul called on Susquenita, number 5, Claire Wexler. Her first, team's third.
3-point game. Hanging into the final minute of the third quarter. Wildcats don't necessarily need to get a free, but almost goes in for Danica Sorenko. And rebounded by Kaden Brandt. And good pump fake, but the shot well short. Offensive rebound for Brandt. And now a straightaway free. Also off the mark for Ronnie Eckersitz. Long pass goes out of bounds. And Lady Hawks will have it. 34 seconds to go here in the third. Susquenita looking for a third Perry County Championship in 3 different sports this year. And they are getting closer and closer from doing just that here. Here is Claire Wexler. And Claire Wexler's shot is short. Might have been tipped by Sorenko. And now the Wildcats need to move. And a hard shove. And offensive foul. Oh my goodness. That's as hard of an offensive foul as you will see. Georgine Ricker, an excellent stop for Susquenita. That was Brandon Prince who held her ground literally. And with 3 seconds to go, Susquenita we now for sure is going to have the lead heading into the fourth quarter, but by how much? They have time for one more shot. There's Brandon Prince. Prince has to take a shot, and no shot is going to be attempted. It was, but it was too late for Ronnie Eckersitz. Through 3 quarters, Susquenita is up by 3, 17-14. And we'll be back for the fourth and final quarter of our Perry County Championship game. Susquenita 17, Greenwood 14. You're watching the Perry County Girls Basketball Championship game live exclusively on the Perry County Talk Sports on Facebook page and on Perry County Sports Talk YouTube.
Basketball to start the fourth.
Tonight, the 2025 Perry County Girls Basketball Championship game is brought to you by the Bank of Landsberg and by PeCo Yardscapes. Back here for the fourth and final quarter in our Perry County Championship game. Susquenita up by 3. Susquenita School District already earlier this year have won the Perry County Field Hockey Championship and last month the Perry County Cheerleading Championship. And now Susquenita looking for their third Perry County Championship of the year. And so here we go with the Greenwood Wildcats. Greenwood down by 3. They do not necessarily need a trifecta here to tie this game up. They just need to keep doing what they're doing. A very low scoring game here. Probably one of the lowest scoring championship games in a 52-year history of this tournament. But here we go with Greenwood. Wildcats down by 3. Looking to win back-to-back championships for the first time since doing so in 1995 and 1996. Susquenita looking for their first Perry County Championship since 2020, but they won back-to-back. Passing here, and a shot, and burying it is Lexi Moore. Lexi Moore, her first 2 points of the game. And it's now a 1-point game. And trying to get free back is Claire Wexler. And shot is overshot. Still see Maddie Weller for Greenwood being checked out by the athletic trainer. That's the third time she's being checked out by the athletic trainer in this game. We're getting beat up a little bit here today. 1 point game, and Greenwood has trailed this entire game. They have a chance to take the lead with the shot, and Greenwood has the lead for the first time tonight. And Sophia again with her first 2 points tonight. Sophia again has 15 against West Perry. She has 2 so far tonight. And shot offensive rebound for Brian Prince, and Susquenita retakes it. Back and forth we go. This is for a Perry County Championship. And a shot here off the mark for Lexi Moore. Susquenita takes it back. Claire Wexler, and her shot denied.
Out of bounds, last touch, Greenwood, Susquenita basketball.
Great hurry up transitional defense for the Wildcats, denying a shot for Claire Wexler on a breakaway. Claire Wexler having trouble. And a jump ball. Greenwood was looking for a walk, but Greenwood's going to get the ball back anyway on a jump ball. Five and a half minutes remaining. Greenwood had the lead once in this game. That was just a minute ago. Greenwood trying to get it back. Bounces it over to Moore. Serenko. Going to Gab again. Gab again. Long 2. Rolls around in and out. And a shot and a foul. Danica Serenko is going to the line string 2 for the second time tonight.
Personal foul called on Susquenita, number 15.
That's the third foul on Sully Welchmer. And now 1 free throw to tie it. For Danica Serenko, she missed her first 2 back in the first quarter. And short again for a third straight time. Danica Serenko, she was 1 for 4 from the free throw line against West Perry last night. Here she's 0 for 3. Trying to tie it up. And it's high up and count it for Danica Serenko. And what is this now? Is this look like an official's timeout here? Is there a foul here? And a technical foul call on Danica Serenko. Or excuse me, on Greenwood's number 25, Gabby Gant. Greenwood fans are questioning for what? Don't know, but Leia Beckenball going to line string 2 on the technical foul. And a tie ball game. Beckenball, I don't know. Did you see anything? What was the technical foul for? Did somebody say something, perhaps? I don't know, but it doesn't pay off that well. It pays off well for the Greenwood Wildcats. On a technical foul, yeah, they don't want to give that up, but on a technical foul free throws, Leia Beckenball goes over 2, so we remain tied at 19 all. Ball is loose, and it's a half-court violation. No, it's a timeout called by Susquenita. That's for Blaine Leonard. Yeah, I still have questions like that technical foul called on Greenwood's Gabby Gant. I mean, was it? I don't know. Did she say something to the officials or something? Like, I didn't see any contact of any kind. Like, I don't know. But even with the technical foul.
Kyla Fleischer.
Yeah, like I think they might have given the technical foul to the wrong player, but I don't know. But even with the technical foul, 2 free throws for Lena Beckenball, they didn't go in, so we remain tied. So that's a little bit of a break for Greenwood. But now they have to get the ball back away from Susquenita. We are approaching very quickly the halfway point of the fourth quarter. Tied at 19-19. Three-pointer to take the lead back off the side of the backboard. Nice offensive rebound for Sully Rutmer. Second chance on a free. And that's off the mark. Rebounded by Sorenko. A high shot to take the lead. And it's off the mark. Rebounded by Rutmer. Rutmer has been a rebounder so far in this game. And another quick shot. Off the mark, no good. Rebounded by Sophia Gant. Gotta get on the floater. What a Perry County Championship game. Greenwood is looking for the 13th Perry County Championship, and shot denied. Susquenita fans all fired up. And a pass on time for Wilmer, intercepted. And now Georgine Rickard on a takeaway, on a breakaway, and a hard foul right up against the wall. A scary scene here, and fortunately, it looks like everybody is okay. But there was a foul. And that's the third foul on Lena Beckenball. And heading to the line shooting 2 is Danica Sorenko. Danica Sorenko 1 for 4 from the free throw line. She made her last one. Let's see how she does on these 2. Yep, and count it.
Winner of the game for Greenwood, number 25, Gabby Gant, replacing number 3 more.
Greenwood retakes the lead. 2019. Look right here, that was. Second free throw, drops in. Greenwood with their largest lead of the game. 2 points, 21-19. Greenwood looking for back-to-back Perry County championships. And now whistle, and stepping up on with the ball. Susquenita had it, and now Greenwood does. The war zone all fired up for that call. Wexler going back to the bench, come in for Susquenita. Oh, Claire Wexler, that's actually back in for the Lady Hawks. Good move in here for Sophia Gant, but again lost it. Kaden Brandt, she's got to get under pressure and looking for a jump ball. That's a beautiful job for Kaden Brandt to reach behind her head and hang on to the ball for dear life. It looks like Kaden Brandt might be shaking up a little bit. The ball might have hit her head there a little bit, but jump ball was called. And
timeout, Susquenita.
There's a timeout now for the Hawks.
It'll be a full timeout.
There's a full timeout. We'll take a break as Greenwood has a 2-point lead with 3:10 to go. What a Perry County championship game. This could go down with the way this game is going. This could go down as the lowest scoring championship game in the history of this tournament. They shall say, What happens here? Greenwood with their largest lead tonight, 2 points. They trailed most of this game and a shot off the backboard, no good. For Sully Wetmer. Greenwood looking to extend their lead. Almost got away from Gabby Gant. She hangs on, trying to fend out Lena Beckenbach. She goes over to Georgine Rickard. Rickard has been quiet tonight. Georgine Rickard has 6 points, all in the second quarter. There is Jaden Brocious. This is it over to Serenko. Serenko back over to Brocious. And a foul. Yeah, it's an offensive foul on the Wildcats. That's the third foul on Gabby Gant. Now the Hawks looking to take the lead with 3 or tie it up. There's the shot for Brian Prince. 24-21, Brian Prince, second free throw. Off the mark, no good.
Last touch by the Wildcats, Susquenita basketball.
And ball goes out, last touch by Greenwood. Susquenita will have it.
Lexi Moore checking back in. Personal foul called on Greenwood, number 3, Lexi Moore. It's her second.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. I'm just want to make sure because I see ours is rolling now on YouTube.
Line shooting 2, Brandon Prince.
Next free throw for Brian Prince, no good.
Greener in the game, Sylvia again.
Try 4-21 for Susquenita. Try to make a 2-shot game. And dribbles around and goes in for Brian Prince. 4-point lead. Greenwood has to hurry. And now the Black here.
Personal foul called on Susquenita, number 15, Zoe Weltner, her 4th.
So 4th foul on Zoe Weltmer.
Timeout, Greenwood.
And Greenwood will now call a timeout.
We only have your camera because I can't redo the other one, the Wi-Fi.
It's good. I'll put the scoreboard up. Yeah, so it looks like we got it back up running on YouTube. So yeah, for those of you who are watching on YouTube or on Facebook, if you want to go on YouTube and get back to the stream that you were watching, we have it back up and running on YouTube, but we only have one camera operating right now on that YouTube channel, which is the main one. Thank goodness for that.
21 seconds. I'm just going to keep this camera.
There are 21 seconds left to go here in the fourth quarter. Susquenita up by 4.
Timeout, Wildcat basketball.
Wildcats need to do a lot to get back into it. Here comes Danica Serenko. Going to bounce it back in. Frank. There's Sophia again. Sophia again with a shot off the mark. And goes out bounce. It'll stay with Greenwood. But it's not looking too good, and an historic year for Susquenita. Looks like it's going to continue. We'll see. Out to shoot it here for Greenwood, and shot gets up, blocked easily by Lena Beckenball, either her or Claire Wexler. And Greenwood will have a 6.5 seconds to go. What a year it has been so far for Susquenita School District. Field hockey, cheerleading, winning a Perry County Championship, a district championship, a state championship. 3-point shot goes in, however, but no foul occurs 1.8 seconds left to go. And Greenwood makes it a 1-point game.
Timeout, Greenwood. It's a full timeout.
That was Georgine Ricker with her first three-pointer of the game. It's a timeout for Susquenita. Now the strategy is kind of obvious at this point. For Greenwood, yeah, you don't have to ball, but you're down by 1. You have to foul immediately, and I mean immediately. Like if you want to get the ball back, you want to foul before the inbound pass comes in. That might be what it comes down to. Sure, you'll send a Susquenita player to the free throw line, but it's better to do that when you don't have the ball. Down by 1. One foul will send Susquenita to the free throw line. So here we go. 1.8 seconds. What a championship game. They have to foul immediately, and there's the foul. I think there's still time. Hold on a second. Susquenita is celebrating, and they're calling it. That is it. Susquenita has won the Perry County Girls Basketball Championship, and for the school, it's their third Perry County Championship this year. Wow, what a year. Earned, not given. That is what it says on the back of the Susquenita warm-up jerseys. And just an incredible year continues. What a day for Susquenita. I mean, you had the cheerleading squad winning the District 3 championship earlier today, and now for the 13th time in program history, Susquenita girls basketball wins the Perry County Championship, the first time since they won back-to-back in 2019-2020. We're going to keep it right here for the trophy presentation. We'll see the athletic director from Greenwood, Matt Bingelman, already out there with the Perry County Championship trophy as the home crowd for Greenwood High School shocked at the fire results. Now we'll send it over to center court for the Perry County Championship trophy presentation.
To your 2025 champion, Susquenita Lady Hawks. Here's Greenwood Athletic Director Matthew Bigman. Can the Susquenita Lady Hawks seniors please come get your trophy?
And that's all the seniors. A lot of seniors for Susquenita.
For the 13th time.
13th time in program history, Susquenita wins the Perry County Girls Basketball Championship.
On behalf of the Perry County Athletic
Just an amazing year for Susquenita Athletics altogether. This could be we're not even halfway through the school year, and already Susquenita has won 3 Perry County tournaments. First was field hockey. Then last month it was cheerleading. And now today, a District 3 championship for cheerleading and a Perry County championship for girls basketball. And our next high school Perry County Championship tournament event will be at Susquenita on December 29th for the Perry County Boys Basketball Championship tournament. We'll see those two same semifinals that we saw here yesterday. Starts at 6 o'clock with Greenwood versus West Perry. And at 7:30, Susquenita versus Newport. And that's going to do for us here at Greenwood High School. On behalf of our producer, Nick Miller, our graphics designer, Tracy Foltz, and all 4 Perry County athletic directors for Newport, Sean Nash, for West Perry, Alan Marceau, for Susquenita, Scott Markowitz, and for Greenwood's Matthew Bingaman, and all of us here at Greenwood High School. I am Alex Wall. The Golden Pipes of Perry County basketball saying so long from Greenwood High School. This has been a presentation of the 2025 52nd Annual Perry County Girls Basketball Championship Tournament Championship Game. Greenwood versus Susquenita exclusively on the Perry County Talk Sports official page and on Perry County Sports Talk YouTube channel, presented by the Bank of Landsberg and by PeCo Yardscapes. Our final score on this one, Susquenita 25, Greenwood 24. Congratulations to the Susquenita Blackhawks, your 2025 Perry County Girls Basketball Champions. Good night, everybody, from Greenwood High School.